नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं डॉक्टर संजय खाकिल। मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल इजी इंजीनियरिंग कॉन्सेप्ट में आपका स्वागत है। दोस्तों, आज मैं मशीन लर्निंग के अंदर एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक लेके आया हूँ जो डीप लर्निंग में है, इंट्रोडक्शन टू कॉन्वोल्यूशनल न्यूरल नेटवर्क, जिसको शॉर्ट में बोला जाता है CNN, इसके बारे में बोला जाता है। कॉन्वोल्यूशनल न्यूरल नेटवर्क डीप लर्निंग आर्किटेक्चर का एक इमेज क्लासिफिकेशन रिकॉग्नाइजेशन का एक टास्क है, जिसके अंदर मल्टीपल लेयर्स होती हैं। जो कॉन्वेंशनल लेयर्स, पुलिंग लेयर्स, फुली कनेक्टेड लेयर्स, इन सारी चीज़ों को यूज में लेकर के पुलिंग लेयर, डाउन सैंपल्स, इमेज रिडक्शन, रिड्यूज कंप्यूटेशंस, कनेक्टेड लेयर्स, इन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में हम बात करेंगे। इसके अंदर किस किस तरीके से हम इनपुट, हिडन लेयर और आउटपुट लेयर्स पे काम करते हैं, उन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में भी हम डिस्कस करेंगे। तो चलिए हम बात करते हैं। ए कॉन्वोल्यूशन नेटवर्क न्यूरल नेटवर्क CNN is a type of deep learning architecture commonly used for image classification and recognition tasks. It consists of multiple layers including convolutional layer, pooling layers, and fully connected layers. The convolutional layer applies filters to the input image to extract features. The pooling layer downsamples the image to reduce the computation, and the fully connected layer makes the final prediction. The network learns the optimal filters through backpropagation and gradient descent rules. It is assumed that the reader knows as the concept of neural networks. When it comes to machine learning, artificial neural network perform really well. Artificial neural network are used in various classification tasks like image, audio, word. Different type of neural networks are used for different purpose. For example, for predicting the sequence of words, we use recurrent neural networks, more precisely as LSTM. Similarity for image classification, we use the convolutional neural network. In this blog, we are going to build a basic building block for the CNN. Before diving into the convolutional neural network, let us first revisit some concept of neural networks. In a regular neural network, there are three type of the layers. First one is input layer. It is the layer in which we give input to our modules. The number of neurons in this layer is equal to the total number of features in our data. Number of pixels in the case of an image. Another one is the hidden layer. The input from the input layer is then fed into the hidden layer. There can be many hidden layers depending upon our modules and data size. Each hidden layer can have different number of neurons, which are generally greater than the number of features. The output from each layer is computed by the matrix multiplication of output of the previous layer with learnable weights of that layer, and then be the additional of learnable biases formed by activation function, which makes the network and non-linear. And last one is the output layer. What is the output layer? The output from the hidden layer is then fed into the logistic function like sigmod or softmax, which converts the output of each class into the probability score of each classes. The data is then fed into the modern and output from each layer is obtained. This step is called feed forward. We then calculate the error using an error function. Some common error functions are cross entropy, square loss error. After that, we backpropagate into the module by calculating the derivatives. This system is called backpropagation, which basically is used to minimize the loss. Here, the basic Python code for the neural network with random input and two hidden layers. One like W1, W2, W3, B1, B2, B3 are labeled parameter of the modules. Labeled parameter of the modules. Then after this is the imaging source C231 standard. One is the input layer and two is the hidden layers. One is the hidden layer 1, hidden layer 2, and finally we get the output layers. Then convolution neural network CNN or convent are neural network that share their parameters. Imagine you have an image. It can be represented as a cuboid having its length, width, dimension of the image and height, as image generally have red, green and blue channels. Here is the height or here is the width, like B, G or R, red, green and blue color combinations. Now imagine taking a small patch of this image and running a small neural network on it with say k output and represent them vertically. Now slide the natural network across the whole image. As a result, we will get another image with different width, height and depth instead of just red, green and blue channel. Now we have more channel but lesser width and height. This operation is called convolutional. If the page size is the same as that of the image, it will be a regular neural network. Because of this small page, we have fewer weight. Like this is the height, this is the width, or this is the color combination red, green and blue, and this is the page. Like there is the x axis, there is the y axis, k and y axis. This is the color combination patch of the image. Then CNN layer consists of a set of learnable filters. Every filter has small width and height and the same depth as that of input volume 3 if the input layer is image input. For example, if we have to run convolutional on an image with dimension 34 into 34 into 3, the possible size of filter can be area a into 3, where a can be 3, 5, 7, etc., but small as compared to image dimensions. During forwarded pass, we slide each filter across the whole input volume step by step, where each step is called streak, which can have value 2 and 3 or even 4 the high dimension image. and compute the dot product between the weight and filter and page from the input volumes. As we slide over the filters, we will get a two-dimensional output for each filter and will stack them together, and a result we will get output volume having the depth equal to the number of filters and layers used to build the convex net. Then types of layer. Where is the input layer, convolutional layer, or activation functions and pooling layers? Input layer. This layer holds the raw input, the image with 32-bit height and 30 depth is 3. Convolutional layer. This layer computes the output volume by the computing the dot product between all filters and image page. Suppose we use a total of 12 filters for this layer. We will get output volume of dimension 32 into 32 into 12. Then activation functions layer. This layer will apply an element-wide activation function to the output of the convolutional layer. Some common activation functions are ReLU, max, sigmod, thin, leaky. Volume remains unchanged, hence output volume will have the dimension 32 into 32 into 12. One is the pooling layer. This layer is the periodically inserted in the convert, and its main function is the reduce the size of the volume, which makes the computation fast. The memory also the prevent. This is the pooling, max pooling layers. This is the layer x-axis and y-axis single depth slice 1 5 3 1. This is the 4 into 4 matrix. Then finally we max pool with 2 into 2 filters and straight then convert 2 into 2. Here is the 2 into 2 matrix. Like then after fully connected layer FCN. Fully connected layers. This layer is the regular neural network layer that takes input from the previous layer and computes the classes. The class scores and output of the one-dimensional array of the size equal to the number of classes. Where is the conventional layer 1, then regular layer, then again conventional layer, regular layer, again the pooling layer, regular layer, conventional layer, pooling layer, regular layer, conventional layer. This is the car, truck, airline, ship or houses. These all are in conventional layer. And then finally advantage and disadvantage of CNN. Advantage of CNN. One is good at detecting pattern and features in image, video and audio signals. Robust to translation, rotation and scaling inversions. And end-to-end training, no need for the manual feature extraction, can handle large amount of data and achieve high accuracy. And disadvantage of CNN. One is computationally expensive to train, that require a lot of memory. Another disadvantage, can be prone of overfitting if not enough data or proper regularization is used. Require large amount of labeled data, and interpretability is limited. It's hard to understand what the network has learned. तो दोस्तों ये था हमारा CNN. अगर मेरा वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा तो लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. अगर आपने अपने डिवाइस से सब्सक्राइब कर लिया तो आप किसी और के डिवाइस से सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, क्योंकि सब्सक्रिप्शन बहुत मैटर करता है. तब तक आप लोग मेरे साथ बने रहिए, सेफ रहिए, सुरक्षित रहिए। नमस्कार।